Man, what's good, bro? I try to get niggas their time to get their threes and shit, but you know, nigga, motherfucker sneakerhead so overboard with shit. You just can't give a nigga time to press the buy button. You know what I'm saying? A nigga a nigga feel like they can't come up off sneakers until that motherfucker tell them they took an L. You know what I'm saying? Just what it do, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I said, look, I'm in that motherfucker. I done got them and put all the information in, go live and shit. You know what I'm saying? I said, you know what? It's 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock hit. Bam. I said, damn, you know what? Ain't nobody gonna join this motherfucker. I said, cause them motherfucking threes come out. Niggas go on motherfucking sneaker app and be scared to close the motherfucking app when they try to buy a motherfucking shoe. Like it's gonna determine you close the app or you switch to another app gonna determine if you get the motherfucking shoe or not. Us as sneakerheads. I'm gonna say us, but it's really I got my shit under control. Us as sneakerheads be going fucking overboard, bro. Like really be John Jay was good. We really be going overboard for these motherfucking shoes that we gonna put on our feet. They beautiful as hell before you wear them. Then you wear them. They ain't beautiful no more. Cause everybody going crazy over these white cements. Some bitches gonna be brown. About third time you wear them. But you gonna try your best to keep them white. And then you gonna try your best to hype them up. You gonna try your best to hype them bitches up. My bad, I'm tying my shoe right now. I got on the women motherfucking gold and black cements. I got them hoes on today. You know what I'm saying? You can see by the hat. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be sauced up Dennis Rodman's tee with the motherfucking, you hear me? The black and gold socks hat on. I gotta get, I gotta know how I get down. All right, so before I get started, bro, I want to say happy birthday to all smiles, no frowns. You know what I'm saying? Y'all wish I happy birthday in the chat. We gonna get into this Mexico situation again, bro, because shit not adding up. Shit is not adding up. And I said last night, I said, man, look, I said the motherfucker, the cartel turned them 5 niggas in because they didn't want the heat on them. They got tired of the heat. The 300 soldiers came in. The feds was about to be over there. They didn't want the heat on them. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why they instantly like, hey, man, here go these niggas that did the shit. Here go the nigga that set the shit up. They sent like one nigga out by himself. They sent that nigga out. This shit crazy. They singled his ass out. Let me show y'all this nigga. This nigga got them every bit of 4 foot something. Them motherfuckers, though, they be utilizing them motherfucking guns in Mexico. Kill sign what it do. This nigga right here, every bit of goddamn 4 foot something. And they say this nigga, 24-year-old Jose N, was arrested in connection with the incident. Mexican officials say he was in charge of monitoring the victims. So I guess he was basically the nigga that was at the house or the little shed when they went and got the people. You know what I'm saying? They went and got the folks. So I'm gonna tell you why this shit not add up. They say, okay, let's go back to when this shit initially happened. When this shit initially happened, the Mexican president said that they was crossing the border to go get some medicine. 4 black people in a minivan was going across the border to get some medicine. This one initially happened. We find out now that it was more than 4 people in that van. It was 5 people in that van. Now the crazy shit is, this how you know, this how you know, bro. Like, okay, I just wanted to use the headline. So y'all, that headline, I don't even want to read it. This how you know they was full of shit, right? All right, so I've been showing y'all they full of shit. Like, it's every side, everything is starting to point to this shit being like a drug deal or some shit, or some drug trafficking shit. Everything is pointing to this shit because this was on the 9th, which was 2 days ago, where they did research on these people's background, saying that all 4 of them had drug violations, you know what I'm saying, or had drug rap sheets. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Oh, down. All right, so this nigga right here, him right here, was known for cooking drugs. Him was known for cooking drugs. The black ass nigga that always got the jury on, he been in jail for trapping near a school. With the, you can't be within 100 yards of a school. They say that this girl's daughter right here is on drugs, and this man right here also been known for selling drugs. Now, okay, they went across the border to get some medicine. So I guess that was the first lie that the girl told them, that they went across the border to get some medicine. All right. Now, hold up. I'm finna look. I'm taking y'all slow because I don't want y'all miss nothing. They went across initially, a couple days ago, they went across to get some medicine. Then they found out 3 days after they have been missing that all of them had drug rap sheets. All of them had a history of drugs. Zay was good. So the fifth person that was in the motherfucking van didn't go into Mexico. They had a friend named Cheryl Orange that didn't go into motherfucking Mexico, right? They dropped her off at the hotel. She didn't cross the border. They had a hotel in Texas. Look, listen now, listen how this sound up and tell you this shit that had nothing to do with no tummy tuck. Let me tell you, look. Because they drove there. A motherfucker would have flew. A motherfucker would have flew from South Carolina to Texas and then drove across the border if this was for a tummy tuck. This is what I'm telling y'all now. I'm fucking rich. This is what I'm telling y'all now. Look, I'm making perfect sense if you listen. A motherfucker would have flew, even if it was a cheap ass flight like Spirit or some shit. All the motherfuckers couldn't be scared to fucking fly. They would have flew from South Carolina all the way to motherfucking Texas and then drove across the border. But they drove from South Carolina in a van, all the way to Texas in a white van. She was the fifth person in the van. They dropped her off at the hotel, which was in Texas, and told her they'll be back in 15 minutes. Now, if you're going to get a motherfucking tummy tuck in Mexico and you crossing the border into Mexico, bitch, what tummy tuck take 15 minutes? You done left her at the hotel and told her you'll be back. So she didn't tell her side. She didn't tell her side of the story to CNN, but I didn't put this shit together already. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to take a listen to her side of the story. But it's all this to me is saying drug trafficking. You know what I'm saying? This tummy tuck shit was a motherfucking cover up. You know what I'm saying? That was a weak ass story.
Custom
Man, I knew they was with the motherfucking commercial shit. I hate this shit. Cause nigga, this is obvious. You drove from South Carolina in a van. Then y'all didn't fly. You dropped what gave you up was when you dropped your friend off at the hotel and told her you will be back in 15 minutes. And then you went and crossed the border. No tummy tuck takes 15 minutes. What you was going to Mexico for 15 minutes? And if you were going to get some medicine, like the people said, you crossed into Mexico to get some medicine, ain't you getting your tummy tuck in? You get your tummy tuck in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? So let's listen to what the fifth person in the van has to say about the situation.
Cheryl, thank you so much for joining us. I'm so sorry it's under these circumstances. How are you doing right now?
It's hard.
She look like she smoked.
I'm trying one day at a time.
Look at her mouth.
It's a lot to process.
So you were the first to actually alert authorities in Brownsville about that your friends were missing or hadn't made it back. Can you let's just start by telling us about why you and your friends were planning to go to Mexico?
Latavia is my best friend.
Oh, wait a minute. Look at her teeth. She said she a smoker. Oh, that one saying she definitely a smoker. Looking at her teeth, she definitely a fucking smoker. And what the fuck is she sucking on her teeth? Cause nigga, she don't have teeth. She have teeth. She's sucking on her fucking teeth. What, she saw Jolly Rancher? My guy a rock in her mouth sucking on this shit. This a smoker mouth though. I don't give a fuck what a nigga say. This whole incident was drug related.
She hit me up and asked me to join her, to accompany her in a trip to Brownsville, Texas for cosmetic surgery.
And
we began the road trip.
See, look, that's how she a smoker. She already fucked up the story. She said her friend asked her to accompany her on the trip for cosmetic surgery to Brownville, Texas. Why did they cross the border to go into Mexico? See, the shit not adding up. It's not adding up. Why you didn't say your friend asked me to accompany her to Mexico to get a tummy tuck or get cosmetic surgery? You said she asked you to accompany her to Brownville, Texas to get cosmetic surgery. So why the fuck did them four cross into Mexico and tell you stay at the hotel for 15 minutes and they'll be back? Because they were going across the border for 15 minutes to pick up the dope and then come back.
We left out on Thursday and traveled to Texas. Once I got there, I was then informed that her procedure was being done across the border. In that event, we were just arriving in Brownsville, Texas at Studio 6, and I didn't have proper identification, so I couldn't join her to go across to the border, which left me back at the hotel.
Just like a nigga. Niggas always going somewhere and got ideas. Always that one nigga that jump in the car with you and ain't got no fucking driver license or no ID. Y'all try to go in somewhere, they calling people, he ain't got no ID, so y'all can't get in. It's always that one motherfucking black person that does that. So this is what I'm saying. This is more evidence that this was a drug deal. Because if you asking your friend to accompany you to Brownville, Texas, and then when you get there, you don't tell her that you having the tummy tuck till you get there, and you tell her that it's in Mexico. Your tummy tuck is not in Brownville, Texas, it's in Mexico. So why wouldn't you tell her out the gate when she was at home that the motherfucking shit was in, that the tummy tuck shit was in Mexico? So that would give her a chance to get the proper identification, that she would be able to get a passport, or she would be able to bring her motherfucking driver's license and shit like that. Why wouldn't you tell her that while y'all in South Carolina so she could bring the proper identification? But you wait till you get all the way in Texas, drop her off at the hotel, and then tell her we going to Mexico. That shit don't make sense.
so because you didn't know you'd be
you
didn't know you'd be going out of the country, you didn't know you'd be going to Mexico, you didn't bring ID with you. Did you travel with her and the others to Brownsville, or did you meet them there?
No, we all traveled together. Okay. It was a road trip.
So did you have any idea about threats down in Matamoros or what it was like across the border? Or did Latavia?
No, sir, not at all. Not to my knowledge. I'm assuming that she didn't know, because I know her. Like, she's not gonna travel to danger.
Did you actually try to cross the border with them and were turned away, or did you just realize before even trying that you didn't have ID?
No, she told me that when I told her I didn't have my ID with me, they dropped me off at the hotel and said that they would return in 15 minutes. That's why I was so worried and in fear, because it didn't seem right. 15 minutes had gone by. They were not there.
So how long did you wait after 15 minutes? I mean, it must have been...
Bro, 15 minutes is not a long time when some grown people say, a group of grown people say, we'll be back in 15 minutes. 15 minutes is a long time. When a group of grown people tell you, we going to Mexico across the border to grab some shit and we'll be back in 15 minutes. If we not back in 15 minutes, call the authorities. That sound more like some shit that you will be panicked at. If you know they were going to do some illegal shit and they not back in 15 minutes, you will be fucking worried. But if it's some nigga doing some everyday adult shit and they out of town, 15 minutes, you be like, oh, they ain't back in 15 minutes. Fuck it, I'm just going to wait till they get here. About an hour later, you will start calling motherfuckers like, hold up, man. It been a fucking hour now. I've been sitting here an hour. Where y'all at? 15 minutes? No, bitch. You not calling the police after 15 minutes. That's them motherfuckers instructed you to call the police if they not back in 15 minutes.
Agonizing.
When they dropped me off at the hotel, I had got into the shower. I showered and I laid on the bed. I think I was exhausted from, the long hours, the long ride. So I ended up falling asleep. I woke up and it was already 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So from 9 to 5, I went down to the office, the clerk in the hotel, and I asked him, had my friends come back or attempted to, come in and out the hotel, come back to the hotel. And he told me no. So I called my boyfriend. I called Tay's brother, and I said, something's not right. And I text my roommate. I said, something's not right. 9 o'clock got here, 12 o'clock got here, midnight. And then now we're into Saturday morning at 10:23. It's literally a few minutes before checkout. I'm like, there's no way. I called the cops immediately.
And I know you had their luggage, you had their things. Is that right?
I had 3 of the 3 male victims' belongings. I retrieved it after it became 11 o'clock.
At what point did you learn about what had actually happened?
I can't stop looking at her mouth.
They sent it to me, I think, it had to be like between Saturday night and Sunday morning, like the wee hours.
What did you think when you saw that? I mean,
I dropped the phone. My body clenched up. I dropped the phone. My stomach was in knots. And I just began praying. I just began praying for the return of them.
Snatched her ass.
I didn't know much about the cartels, and I started looking up videos, and it was bad. It was bad. I began to think the worst, and just thank God for her daughter, her 18-year-old daughter, Tay's daughter. She held me together. She held me together. She made me keep the faith.
Have you talked to her since? How have you been able to talk to Latavia? Have you talked to her daughter? How is she doing?
Yeah, me and her daughter speak every so many minutes. And yes, I have spoken to Tay. It put me at ease a little bit. It was music to my ears to hear her voice.
What do you want people to know about Latavia and the others, about your friends?
Oh, it fell again. I want the world to leave us alone and stop being mean. I want them to have a heart, because everyone has a past. What happened to her wasn't right. She didn't deserve it. She's a beautiful person. When I spoke to Latavia yesterday, she said, thank you. She told me thank you, and said she was worried about her. This lady was facing death damn near. And she said, I was worried about you.
She said she was worried about you.
I love her. She's the best. Right?
Wow.
She's a beautiful person.
Well, Cheryl, I'm so sorry for what you and your friends have gone through, and I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us, and I wish you the best. I hope you get to see her soon.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
That might say she missing teeth or something. She got a smoker mouth, man. Her teeth fucked up. Her teeth is fucked up, bro. Kay, what's good? B-Dub, what's poppin'? Chasing J, what's good? Good morning, Keisha. You said her eyes is just through off her face. Man, look, you said that, or what you said, what happened? Oh, they one nigga with no money. Oh, they said they wanted some cheap dope. Man, look, this house, all this shit not adding up. You said, damn, my mama was calling me, play the video again. Man, nobody want to play that long ass lie again, man. You said that was not the cartel. Look, I'm gonna tell you, man. Look, this shit right here, bro. This is the drug deal gone fucking bad. It's not adding up. 5 black people. Now I understand black people scared to fly. 5 black people. 5 black people decide to take a trip from South Carolina all the way to Texas. That's a long ass fucking drive. Why wouldn't they take a plane, if her procedure is in Mexico, why wouldn't they take a flight from South Carolina and fly into Texas and then drive? You know what I'm saying? Drive into Mexico. And then this fifth person, you got this fifth person that went in the van. Why would y'all drop her off at the hotel in Brownsville? Wait till you get all the way to Texas. You got this fifth person. You wait. I'll wait till you get to Texas and tell your friend girl that, hey, you know what? My procedure is in Mexico. And now your friend like, girl, I ain't got no passport. I ain't got no driver license. I ain't bring none of that shit with me. Oh, well, look, we'll be back in 15 minutes. What tummy tuck takes 15 minutes? What medical procedure take 15 minutes? Bitch, a doctor's appointment don't even take 15 minutes. You can go to a doctor's appointment and motherfucker take 15 minutes for them to call you. You walk in, sign in, it take longer than 15 minutes for the motherfucking triage nurse to call you. So what was you gonna do in 15 minutes in Mexico? So basically, your ass went down there. Y'all drove because y'all gonna have to drive the dope back. You couldn't take the dope back on the plane. You know what I'm saying? So you had to drive the dope back. So basically what y'all did was, think y'all motherfucking smart. Y'all drove the van down there 5 deep. Drove the van down there 5 deep. You drop your friend girl off at the motherfucking hotel. And then you inform her that my tummy tuck in Mexico. We'll be back in 15 minutes. Bitch, if your friend dumb, no, she a smoker. This Cheryl bitch got to be a smoker because ain't no way that she will believe that you will be back in 15 minutes if you going to get a tummy tuck in Mexico. She leave. They go try to meet up, get the dope, end up getting robbed. 2 of them get killed. And then they missing. She said they told her to be back in 15 minutes. She said she didn't. Went down there at 5 o'clock. She didn't woke up. She took a nap, woke up at 5 o'clock. They had made it there at 9. She woke up at 5 o'clock asking her friends there. You know what I'm saying? They had been back. She went back upstairs, went to sleep again, woke up the next morning. The next day, it's time to check out. I'm sorry, motherfucker, but if I came out of town with some motherfuckers and they not answering the phone, and you done left me there 24 motherfucking hours, I'm not asleep. I'm not asleep overnight. Because you told me I'll be back in 15 minutes. It's been 2 hours. So I'm just going to lay down and act like everything cool. I'm just going to stay my ass in the room. I ain't going to go walk out, go get me nothing to eat. I ain't going to just keep blowing their phone up or none of that shit. She said she don't get word to check out time the next day. They told you what the fuck they were doing. You knew they were going down there to get some motherfucking drugs. They just probably didn't tell your ass till they got there. That's why you didn't bring up, that's why they didn't inform you when they was in South Carolina, because they didn't want you to know what they were going to do. They want you to ride along, but they didn't want you to go into Mexico to meet the motherfucking plug. They were going to buy some gas, and this shit turned left. That what the fuck they were going to do, get some vacuum seal dope, drive the shit back in the minivan all the way back to South Carolina, and they thought it was going to be a piece of cake. But they probably was talking to a motherfucker that knew what vehicle they was going to be in, and them motherfuckers sprayed the vehicle and probably only took them because they left 2 alive. If they would have killed everybody in that motherfucking van, they wouldn't have snatched nobody and took them along with them to hide them in some motherfucking house. And then you done hid this motherfucker in the shed, and the police, you done told the police where the shed is, and the police fuck around and find your stolen Lamborghini. You know what I'm saying? So, nigga, no, this shit wasn't, I don't think this shit was like, I don't think this shit was no innocent tummy tuck type shit. This shit was a drug deal. And this probably one of the first time they did it, because that black ass nigga that got shot at Lil, that nigga, you go on his motherfucking social media, he iced out on that bitch. Gold, mouth full of gold rings, gold chains, you know what I'm saying? Smoking gas. He the weed man. He the plug here. And they getting that shit from Mexico. You said, nah, she wasn't worried that the drugs didn't make it back. Now she was fiending. I I'm telling you, bro. What I'm telling y'all, this was fucking drug, bro. This one that no Tommy took, bro. This one no Tommy took. This is probably what they were telling motherfuckers she was gonna go do, or their excuse for going down there. This shit was about fucking drugs. Cause ain't no way I'm not letting my cousin, my brother-in-law, sister, brother, partner, nobody drive all the way from South Carolina to Texas. Then when we get to Texas, I tell them, hey man, you know what? We going to Mexico. First thing I'll be like, man, why the fuck you ain't tell me I left my passport at the crib? I ain't bring no identification, none of that shit for me across the border. Why wouldn't they tell her that shit? And why would you say if your Tommy Tuck was in Mexico, why you say you going to Mexico across the border, you be back in 15 minutes? Man, that shit ain't adding up. It ain't making sense. The only thing it's adding up to is a motherfucking drug deal. This is what it's adding up to. And they thought they were going to buy some drugs, and them motherfucking 4'5" Mexicans had them motherfucking choppers. Had them choppers waiting on them when they crossed the border, lit their ass up, was gonna rob their dead bodies, and they left 2 of them alive. They had to take the other 2 because the other 2 were gonna tell what the fuck happened. You say all you need is an ID to get across to Mexico. They don't stamp passports. That's what I'm saying. So why wouldn't you tell your friend so she'll bring her fucking driver's license or some shit? You said who letting the fiend hang with them? I guess somebody gonna test the dope. I'm saying that don't look like some motherfuckers that really got money anyway. You know what I'm saying? When you look at their pictures, they don't really got like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know that. They look like they could be on some shit or nickel and diamond or I don't know. I just know. You say why a nigga let a fiend hang with them shit. These motherfuckers ain't too shabby now. Look, I'm saying. Come on now. I'm saying, why wouldn't? This shit down, man. Not interested. I'm saying, why wouldn't they let a fiend hang with them? I'm trying to see why she trying to get the Tommy Tuck. She just can't see the rest of her body. Like you don't see your back, your arms, your thighs, your knees. Like you don't see all that, like that shit. Like why you worry about your tummy? Worry about your whole body. Work out. Run. Stop eating fucking hot wings and crab legs and shit every day. Work the fuck out. He said they thought they had a plug out there and got set up, stupid motherfucker. Facts. That's what the fuck happened. Look at this nigga. This nigga look like he sell something. He look like a nigga that stand to some shit. This fake ass Chinese ass jacket. That's a Chinese jacket. That ain't no real motherfucker jacket. Bro, and she, bro, a Tommy Tuck, bro, really. A Tommy Tuck. That's the best excuse you can come up with. Look at this woman's body. Let me stop body shaming her because she shamed herself really with that dumb ass excuse. So look at this long ass route. This is what I'm saying. This was 1,400 miles. This is what I'm saying. Look, it was a shorter trip from where they got kidnapped to where they was found. It was a shorter motherfucking trip. You drove all the way from South Carolina all the way down to fucking Texas, the border. But come on, bro. Come on, bro. That's what I said. The Tommy Tuck was an alibi. You know what I'm saying? What Sneaker said, he rolling with it. She said what she said. That's her excuse. Nah, bro. This a long ass fucking trip, my nigga. A long ass fucking trip. Talking about a Tommy Tuck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You done went through 5 states. And Texas big as fuck. So when you got to Texas, that was the longest fucking drive. Not to mention Louisiana, because you drove a long way to Louisiana too. But nigga, that's a long fucking drive. Man, this was a dope run. This shit just went south. For real, for real. I'm just calling like I said. I can add one and two, one and one together, goddamn, and get my own two. I don't need no input on this shit. Give me all the evidence, and I'll tell you what the fuck happened. That's what happened. Because a motherfucker would have flew a cheap ass flight. Motherfucker took a cheap ass flight to Mexico or a cheap ass flight to Texas and then drove over the border. That's what would have happened. I see y'all starting to fill up in this bitch now. Y'all must didn't get them threes. You said they doing truck driver miles. Facts, 1,400. Their last ride real. They won't say that last state through Texas, man, shit was long as fuck. Niggas started to fill up and now y'all must didn't get them threes. Y'all took them L's. Y'all in here now? Nigga, that motherfucker said didn't get them. Now y'all didn't fill up in this bitch. I hit on the threes on here because I might not even pick mine up. I got too much. I got shit to do to my car. I gotta go get the cats cut off that motherfucker. I gotta buy a fucking tuner to speed, make my shit faster, and that motherfucker cost $400. So I really don't have shoe money to waste right now, even though I did hit. So let me find out your ass drank a 24 pack of Modelo last night and smoke a pack of menthol Marlboros. You said you getting yours from DTLR. I hit that Hibbits. I hit that Hibbits, bro, but I don't think I'm gonna really. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna pick them up. I don't think I'm gonna pick them up, bro. I still got to 12 o'clock to decide, but I just got so much other shit. I put my all like my motive. All my attention, all my energy I've been putting into this vehicle. I put new spark plugs on that bitch yesterday. Nigga lied like he replaced them. How it was dirty than the bitch. He didn't. You get yours from Detail out too. You picking yours up at 12. Nigga didn't put new spark plugs in the car. I just put new spark plugs in that bitch. I gotta go get the car still acting like it's stopped up, like he really don't want to go and breathe. So now I got the mufflers cut off. Now I gotta go get the catalytic converters cut off that motherfucker. That's gonna be $175. I gotta turn around and buy a motherfucking a tuner to speed the car because the car's so fucking old. So y'all, I told y'all how slow it is. The tuner costs $400. So I'm like, bro, I really don't. Them threes, like. I like them, but I really just picking the car over the threes right now. Like I really got shit I want to do to this car because I feel like even if I don't keep the car and eventually sell the car, I don't need to see me go hard. If I don't keep the car and I sell the car, then I still would need like, you know what I'm saying, shit to be like, I've done this to it, I've done that to it, so I need all of this type shit. You know what I'm saying? Plus I feel like them hoes eventually gonna be like this color looking. Like I don't know if y'all can see this shit. Like look how brown that shit is. Like they don't get this color when you wear them. If you wear your shoes, like they ain't gonna be white no more. They're gonna be fucking like off-white, brown looking shit. So yeah, they beautiful before you start to wear them hoes. But I don't know. I just feel like modding this car will be more important. But that's it for now. It is earlier than a bitch. I haven't eaten anything like this, so I'm finna eat. You know what I'm saying? Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all motherfucking day. You said True Blues in 2018 look like that. That's what I'm saying. Like they turned like off, like brown or some shit, or off-white or some shit. So that's all I like, bro. It is what it is. I might not even have picked them hoes up because, like, I don't know. I still haven't made up my mind, but I'll get with y'all later, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all motherfucking day, bro.